Today we're talking about eye contact, attraction on retention, and NF. Is it placebo or is there something that's actually real about it? I'm going to be giving you guys my personal opinion on it, just from my experience, what I've seen and learned, just basically over time. And I think this video is long overdue just because I see people get a lot of misbeliefs about it. Some people think it's real, some people think it's fake. And honestly, you need to come from a logical perspective. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. For those of you guys that don't know what eye contact attraction is essentially when you're on retention or NF and you start getting onto these higher streaks, you start noticing women just holding more and more eye contact with you. You notice they start checking you out more and you feel like the attraction is there. And I'm going to give you guys kind of the short and simple answer is I believe yes and no, that it's real. And you guys will understand basically where I'm coming from. So let's go ahead and start with the no part. So it's part placebo, just because you watch some of these videos out there and they talk to you about, hey, you're going to start noticing women checking you out, they're going to hold eye contact with you, and you start learning about these videos. And this is something that I noticed based off my own experience. When I first started, I was like, oh, there's eye contact attraction. You're going to start attracting women naturally. You know, you just start holding more and more eye contact, and essentially it makes you aware of it. So you start looking at people, you start holding eye contact a whole lot longer. I noticed this was something that I was just doing. I noticed I was making more and more eye contact, and then I start noticing certain types of people just keeping that eye contact with me, and then sometimes they would throw a smile and you just feel more attractive. But then again, you're aware of it. So that's something I do want to say straight off. To the true part, essentially when you do start practicing retention or NF, you're going to notice that you become more confident. You're going to be more comfortable within your body. So when you're more comfortable within your body, you're going to be able to make that eye contact. Just staring at people, you're going to be like, this is natural. This is something that, you know, you're not going to be timid or shy. You're not going to look away. It's just going to be natural to you. You're going to just hold that eye contact naturally and just test it out. This is something that, going back to, you know, part placebo part. So I was actually going to a doctor's appointment. I don't know why that day I was just making eye contact, and I noticed like I was making eye contact with people, and you can see which people just look away, they just look down, or they just look to the side and they can't hold that eye contact. But then the ones that I did keep the eye contact with, essentially they either smiled or, you know, they just held that eye contact. And of course this was with women. Essentially when I was going to the hospital, I guess it was like a nursing class or something like that, and so I was just having to walk by them and I started just making eye contact just to see who would hold it. So that's why I'm like, okay, well, you know, you do have to make eye contact and you have to pay attention to it. So that's why I say that part is placebo. But then you have the retention and NF side. It's really weird that you get super confident when you get onto these higher streaks. And I talked about this where I had a attraction story where I actually got like super confidence, and essentially, you know, I did something so totally that was like way different out of the blue. But you'll notice that when you practice retention or NF is that you become very confident and you're less likely to overthink things. The other thing you'll notice is some of these benefits that people talk about throughout these YouTube videos, they're a little bit inaccurate. You know, some of them are a little bit far-fetched. And with this one, it's part of both. And I wish I could give you guys a straight answer of, you know, it's real or it's not real. But you have to kind of go based off your own experience. The other thing is, if you're attractive, you're going to notice people making eye contact with you just because you're naturally good looking. And if you're not above average, I would recommend you guys start working out, start changing your physique, and start improving upon it. And this is something that I noticed is when I started working out, I started increasing my physique. I started looking a whole lot better. I became a whole lot more confident with just overall with my outer appearance. And essentially that outer reflection, it started showing on the inside, and it started making me a little bit more and more attractive on the inside. Also through your experiences, but I'm not going to go too much into this. But essentially what I'm just trying to get at is, if you're attractive, you're going to notice people making that eye contact attraction, and then if you're looking for it, you're going to start noticing people making that eye contact attraction. Then when you practice retention, you know, you're going to start becoming confident, and then also it makes it a whole lot easier just to make that eye contact. And then also you're more alert to things. This is something that you'll notice, is that you're able to see things from the side of your eye, and you just react a whole lot faster and you catch it, versus something like, as soon as you reset your streak, you notice like you get into this calm state of mind. And you know, I'm not going to go into the science on it, but essentially you go into the brain fog stage and you're not likely to catch certain little things, certain little cues. So being on retention does make you aware of certain little things that you guys don't really pay attention to. But then again, watching videos, you're like, okay, well, I need to pay attention to this, or I need to pay attention to that, and it makes you aware of it. So having that awareness too is another thing to take into consideration. I wish I could give you guys a better explanation of if it's real or not, which I believe there's some truth to it. And then also it's part placebo. It's something that you have to be looking for as well. That's just coming from a logical perspective. Go ahead and comment down below your guys' opinions, your guys' experience. I'm actually kind of curious about that. And you know, it'll give other people opinions as well of, hey, this is so and so's experience, and it helps people form beliefs of, hey, it's real or it's fake or whatever. But anyways, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to smash that like button, and I'll go ahead and catch you guys on the next one.